Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. I am on a road trip with my family right now. As you can see, we are in the mountains of Norway. But I would like to show you something I bought from my Tesla. It's not something I have given for free to test out. This is something that I actually bought, but makes the Model Y Performance just the perfect little camper for 4 persons. Not just sleeping in the back with camp mode, but really driving up through the mountains like this on these small narrow roads and everything. Having a Model Y Performance is just absolutely awesome, but the tent that I got to hook up to the Tesla Model Y just makes it the perfect little camper for this kind of road trip. It is awesome. So let me show you what it is and let's dive right in. So the combination of my Tesla Model Y Performance and this tent we got is just awesome. The tent is from MK Camp, and I also bought a mattress to stick in the back where we can sleep as well. But we actually use that on the floor in the tent because mostly we keep the kids in the back of the car. But the tent itself is very easy to put up. You can say that one of the cons against having a tent compared to a camper is that you have to take it up and tear it down all the time. But this one is really easy. You have this high pressure pump that you start pumping these big thick pillars up with inside the tent, and when you have done that 2 times, it pretty much stands on its own. And then you just have to put in the pikes all around to stretch it all out, and that is it. Then you have set up the tent. Then you of course just have to hook it up to the car, also a very simple process, and then it is all ready to go. And if you are in a place where we are right now, where the temperature has dropped and it is a bit cloudy, well, it is so nice with your Tesla that you can just turn on the heater and pull it up high just for 5 minutes, and it heats up the car and the tent all at once, and you have nice warm temperature. And then you just turn it over to camp mode, and depending on how much heat you want to go through, you can either choose low, medium or high settings on the camp mode, and of course set your preferred temperature. So you actually got air condition in your tent. You can either heat it up or cool it down if it gets too hot. And this tent is big. You can stand up straight here, even if you're 2 meters or 6 feet or whatever many feet that is, 2 meters, I don't know. But if you're over 2 meters, you can still stand up straight in here. So for me, it's no problem standing up straight in here, and there's like 3 meters times 3 meters, so there's plenty of space here. So even when we have all our luggage out of the trunk and put it on the side of the tent, we can still easily fit 4 persons in our little camping chairs here and sit inside the tent and play some games or whatever. And it also got this little roof you can set up reaching out from the tent, so you can sit outside under a shade here, so that makes it really useful. So that's really awesome when there is good weather. And the tent doesn't need an extra rain cover on top of it, as it is rain proof. But I also showed you in other videos that we have this fridge we're using on our road trip that takes up all the space of the sub-trunk. It would be preferable to have a fridge in the front instead, so you can get to it, because all our luggage is of course on top of the fridge when we're driving. But we also have a little fridge inside the car as well for cool drinks during the road trip, but I'll get back to that in another video. But the big fridge is in the sub trunk, and we can still take a couple of bags out and get into it during the road trip. But when we are stationary and take up the tent and hook that onto the car, it is the perfect place, because then we just pop it out of the sub trunk and put it just next to the car inside the tent, and we have the fridge inside our little camper van here. But of course, this is a Tesla, so we also have all the entertainment we would ever need, not just when we are parking and charging and the kids can see some movies, but also during the afternoon before the kids go to sleep. They can have movie night every night if they want to, get some snacks and sit up there and watch the whole movie with good sound in the Tesla, because they sleep inside the car, because it just made more sense, as we can put them inside the car, make them to sleep. You can even close down the trunk a little bit so they get some privacy and can fall asleep, and we can still sit out in the tent, use that, sit there, get a cold beer or some coffee or whatever, and just enjoy the scenery. So it makes sense to put the kids inside the car so they sleep on their small mattress, and we take the big mattress out for us to sleep in, because we are the old ones, right? And it's a very, very good and comfortable mattress you can get from MK Camp as well. Again, something I bought myself. Is not advertising for them, but I really, really enjoy this mattress. And well, in the morning we just fold it up, put the air out and put it aside, and we have all the space again inside the tent. And the beauty with this tent as well is that we may be camping here for 3 days and we want to go see some scenery during the day, but you can just unhook the tent from the car and then just drive away and the tent is still there. Then we can go drive around in these beautiful mountain roads in a sporty little powerful SUV, the Tesla Model Y Performance, and that is just good fun, just awesome. And would not be as fun if you had a camper here, a big, wide, slow, heavy camper going around these small, tiny mountain roads. But in the Tesla Model Y, it is an absolutely joy. And then you just come back it up and hook it up to the tent again. And if you want to quickly get it heated or cooled, you can do that with the air condition, no problem. So I just think this combination is so freaking awesome. It's easy to set up. It does take a bit of trunk space. It is pretty big, the tent, even when it's folded down, but it does fit in the sub trunk. But we have of course filled that up with a fridge, so it has to be in the trunk. But luckily this is a Tesla Model Y. It got 700 liters of trunk space and 127 liters of front space. So I actually believe I'm only able to do this with the Tesla Model Y. I can't do it with the Tesla Model 3. It doesn't have enough space to do all this. And there is pretty much no other electric vehicle that has all these features with camp mode and cinema for the kids, and also the frunk. You can't buy an ID4 or ID5 or ID6 even and have as much space as we have in the Tesla Model Y. You are really missing that big frunk when you are on a road trip. So I actually think the Tesla Model Y is probably the best road trip car. Combined with this tent, it is just the absolutely perfect little camper, because you still have the sporty, high performance, almost 500 horsepower under your foot, all-wheel drive when you really get out in the wild. It is absolutely enjoyable driving a car like that through the mountains, and with the tent you have this little camper when you get back to your campsite. It is absolutely brilliant. And because it is electric, we can do all this stuff with heating the tent. We have the camp mode, we have the cinema, and yes, it do take some energy, but we lose about 10% every night. So we're staying here 3 nights, we go down from the 60% we had when we came here, and we will have 30% when we leave. And we have a charger just down here in the city. There's chargers everywhere. There's even a charger at the campsite if we should need it, but I don't think we're going to, because Tesla is just like 10 minutes drive. Tesla has some chargers down here in Undulsen. And here in Norway, the electricity is dirt cheap in these Tesla chargers. It's pretty much the same price as in Denmark, but the Norwegian crown is much cheaper than the Danish crown right now. So for us, it's really, really dirt cheap charging at these Tesla chargers. And it's quick and it's reliable, and they're just very well spread all over the country. So far, we have only been using Tesla's superchargers and nothing else, because it is just the most convenient thing, because the Tesla also knows where everything is. And we just plan the road trip through Tesla's awesome, world-leading navigation app. Nothing comes close. It is awesome. And that is also one of the reasons why I think the Tesla Model Y is just the best road trip car on planet Earth. So just to sum it up a bit here, you have this little camper pretty much when you hook up this big, beautiful, easy to set up tent. You have a fridge in there, 35 liter of space in the fridge where all our food is. And then we just have a little gas boiler with us. We can make some food on no matter where we are. And we always have enough electricity because we're driving around with an 80 kilowatt hour power bank underneath us. and there is chargers pretty much everywhere. The children have theater every night in the car if they want to. We have the camp mode, we can heat up everything, air conditioning, just absolutely awesome. We have all the power and fun of the Tesla Model Y up through the mountains, but at night we hook it up to the tent and have all the beauty of a camper almost, with the fridge, heating and cooling, theater. We can even charge everything. We can even charge our phones, laptops, computers and everything in the car. So this is just the perfect combo to go on a road trip like this up through Norway. And an electric car in the mountain is just awesome. Like I said, all the power you need going upwards, but when you're going down the mountains, you will recharge your battery. We just had the other day when we were going here, they said we will arrive with more energy in the battery than we had on the battery because we were going down all these mountains. So that was pretty cool. So an electric vehicle in the mountains, especially a Tesla, is just absolutely brilliant. Especially a Tesla with all the horsepower, all-wheel drive and everything, and just a very fun car to drive in the mountains. So this combo is just absolutely brilliant. So that is all I just wanted to share with you from my little road trip. An awesome tent with an awesome car just makes for an awesome combo. Make it just the perfect road trip car in these beautiful mountain roads up here in Norway. So hope you enjoyed that one, and stay tuned for much more coming your way through our road trip up through Norway, and other videos coming also. And of course I'll try to keep the new show going every Sunday as well. So take care out there and be nice.